Right, so we're back in the Nexus. I managed to upgrade my shield to +4 from the hardstone and stuff that we'd found so far. And thanks to the luck of the draws that we've got, I've managed to make this weapon to +4, which is 1 away from perfect, which is insane, which just goes to show how lucky we've been with the drops. The thing we need for it now is a pure Dark Moonstone, which is really awkward to get on this game, and I'd have to check the wiki to tell you where, because I'm just not that knowledgeable. But at +4, this weapon is look at it, 229 damage. It's enough to really cause some damage, and that's a good thing. And I mentioned to people that I could show you how to break this game really easy, and I think I just did, because now we're going to have a lot of success with this weapon. We already were killing things pretty quickly with it before, but this is just going to be a display of how powerful this weapon is. And if you're going to do a magic build, which is a no-brainer really, because the soul arrow on this game is so quick, you can get scale damage from it, and scaling damage is unbelievably good. But here we go anyhow. Time to kill some more phalanxes and get some more upgrade materials, because these guys are the people that drop it. And look at that. See that? 1 hit. And that was 1 hit from the front, which just goes to show we have got some serious firepower at this moment in time. And it makes the game really fun. You know, if you don't like Demon Souls and it beats you up and it's not fun, having a sword like this immediately turns the game into fun, regardless of skill, because it makes it easier. And you know, there's players who like challenge runs, there's players who like playing differently so that they can get different responses. Everybody plays for different reasons. You know, if you don't want to get this sword and have a pretty easy trip through the first part of the game, and most of the game really, because you can be using this at the end, it's that good if you max it. It's just, it takes no effort, you find it, it's really useful.
Look at me.
Here's a familiar friend. What a moron. He's ended up getting himself caught again. You have to save him in almost every level. He's such a bad person. The guy's rubbish. But it's all good. It's just there's dogs where he is. Really, really pisses me off. I don't like dogs. And this bit here is all about knowing that the dragon's going to be here, or spotting those charred bodies. Because if you don't, then heaven help you. Come on, dragon. See him? Here he comes. No? Come on, dude. Play the game. I don't want you to die. Here he comes. No? Yeah, is he going to come from? Yeah, you can hear him. Wow. That's got some really weird range. I need to be careful because he's coming again. That was closer than I would have liked. I'm not gonna lie. See that? 61 on a block. Insta-kill on a hit. So powerful. Unknown hero soul, always useful. And the dragon has a different pattern in each part of this level. Right. So there is dogs on this section, but I don't think there's dogs guarding Ostrava. I think the dogs are only down if you go the other way. Look at that, you see that? How cheesy is that? God, I hate that. Oh, just stick a guy in a cheeky corner that you can never see. Look at it, you see the range? Every so often the range just, it really fails you. Ring of Gash resistance, we've now got double Gash resistance. We will be forever alone. And here's Ostrava. So he just gave me something, but I was too busy skipping his dialogue to tell you what it was. If you want to find out what it was, go to the wiki, because I can't remember. But now that we've done that, he's going to show up in the 3rd place. And I think if you kill him in the 3rd place, you get a pure something upgrade component. And Estrava really doesn't have any point. He's not useful at anything. He's a failed human being, and you know the biggest mercy you can give him is a quick death. And the cool thing about him is he never fights back. He never gets pissed off at you. He never attacks you. He doesn't do what Patches did. He just takes it, and it's kind of sad really for him because he's a cool customer. He's just completely incompetent. So there's gonna be another dragon attack. Go on, dickhead. I know you're gonna do it, and I think you're safe as long as you're behind the carriage. As long as you're near this guy. Come on, dragon. Here he comes. There it is. As soon as he goes past, time to run. And on this one, you are safe when you get past the next carriage. You see those charred bodies? As soon as you're in front of this, I think you're good. I think you're good here. Yeah, you are. And you're safe now. There's just a stack of these guys. Which, we've got their number. Soldier's Lotus. These dragons are so loud. And then there's one more of these little gauntlets, and then we can kill the Tower Knight. Who, people who know Dark Souls quite well, if you remember the Knight of Berenique, I think his name is. This is the thing that essentially inspired that enemy, because it's an homage to the Tower Knight, which is cool. But it's protected by 2 blue knights. I think it's 2 anyway. Right, you need to be careful here, because I can't remember where you're safe. See those burnt bodies? That is not a good sign. I think you're safe just here. Do not go any further, yeah. I think if you pass... Oh, shit. That's not good. Right, let's step back here. I think you're safe all the way up to the horse. Anywhere past the horse, I think that's when you're in danger. And it's time to do the gauntlet. So once we get to the end of this, there's a bunch of guys with crossbows, and there's a bunch of the Blue Knights. The Blue Knights are very, very dangerous. There's also guys on a balcony above us who can be a nuisance, but they're not that bad. The threat here is this guy. You don't want to get both of them. But you'll notice we're a lot stronger than we used to be. Although this guy's gonna kill me because I'm useless, and he's just poised the fuck out of me. He's not healing though, which is really kind of him. So just goes to show that the enemies still hurt. You know, we've killed these guys before, but they're still very dangerous. You need to be really careful. That looked like a parry to me. But then everything looks like a parry to me. This is... You need a key to obviously open that door. That's going to lead down to the Bior cells. You can unleash him to help you against a boss later on. Oh, come on, sword. Thank you. Which we're going to do, because it's useful. Can you chop these? I find it strange that you could chop the ones on the first level, but you can't chop those. Soldier's Lotus, nice. Unknown Hero Soul. Royal Lotus. Such a floaty drop. So weird. Right. So, this is the Tower Knight boss. And I think it's going to go... Huh, 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 huh. First thing you want to do, kill all the archers. If you do not kill the archers, this fight is going to be atrocious. It did as well. Oh, this theme. Ow. Be careful too, the Tower Knight can fire at you. He fires this really weird projectile. That's it. Also, if your weapon's not strong enough, you will push these guys off and they'll still be alive downstairs. You need to be aware of that. Oh shit, it hit me. I'm just going to turn my headset down, guys. This sound is really loud. It's a little bit more manageable. I'm probably shouting on the microphone and I don't want to shout because it's going to make the audio discrepancy very noticeable. There we go. Some more grass. He's a really spammy git, this guy, when you think about it. He's backed up by all these bullshit, and then he's spamming himself. And I think you can probably stack up on arrows and shoot him in the face, but that's not very fun. I don't think. There's his projectile thing. Just double check up here. Yeah, we've essentially got everybody now, I think. So we're going to make our way down and start fighting him. I recommend not locking on for this fight. And all you want to do is get behind him. Get behind him and smack his ass. Wow, guy's got some range. Obviously, anything that's got range you want to stay behind. And then chop his ankles. Be careful because he does this. He does a lot of like dashing backwards when you deal damage, so you need to be... He's going to fall down. This will hurt you. If he hits you when he lands, it hurts. Run round to his head and then just finish him. Look at this sword, guys. Look at this fucking sword. It is so overpowered. Unbelievable. He is really easy, though. And you can't go through there until you kill a archdemon, which sucks, because I didn't know what an archdemon was when I first played this game, and I didn't want to look it up because I thought it could spoil something. So I'm just like, how the hell do I get to this next area? Because my favourite part of this game is this level, because it's the only level of the game that I enjoy. All the other ones, I don't think they're very fun. And this one has dragons in it, which is worse, because the dragons suck a big fat dick, in my opinion. But what we're going to do now is we're going to do what I think is one of the easiest levels on the game, and that is the tower, the Valley of Defilement. And a lot of people are going to gasp and go, oh, Valley of Defilement, why would anybody think that that was easy? It's not easy, but I know it, and when you know something, it's easier for you to do it. Wow, we've got Dark Moon Grass. That must have been what he gave me. That is the best grass in the game. Anybody wondering? And it's super useful, but I don't want to use it by accident. So we're going to spend some souls. I should really look up how I get the blue blood sword, which I'll probably do between this and the next video, because like I'll give myself a little bit vitality. Let's go to 20 in vitality if we can. There we go. Yeah, we also need to kill ourselves, so we'll do that now. But we've got some decent vitality there. We've got a weapon we know that performs, and we've got enough endurance to be a threat. There we go. Like, there's so many things I want to do. I want to go and kill him so I can get his shoes, because I like his shoes. I want to go and get the clever cat ring from his level. And I need to find out how to get the blue board sword. There is a Strava chilling out. Now we've saved him, which is nice. But here we go. This is the inspiration for Blighttown. Everybody says that this place is worse than Blighttown. It's not. This place does not have the frame rate or the awful darkness for no reason that Blighttown does. It does, however, have water that poisons you perpetually, and the water does not let you roll through it or move all that fast, which is really gay. And if you don't know about that before you get to it, you'll die. You'll die a few times. The hardest part of this level is this first bit, because you can fall. And falling is the easiest way to die in a Dark Souls or a Souls game. I'm going to say Dark Souls because it comes to mind every single time I say the word. So do bear with me. But the only real threat here is Plague, getting ambushed by the big guys, and falling. If you can mitigate all those things, you're going to have no problem here. This weapon means we're going to be able to one-shot mostly everything in this environment, which is going to give us a huge advantage. These guys with the fire, never mess with them. Never ever mess with these enemies. Always, you know, mercilessly kill them. And that's not to say that you shouldn't do that to all enemies, but the fire guys especially are very bad. So I think there's a fall here you can do. I think you can just probably roll down there, you know, to the platform and skip this part. But there's a bunch of dudes, and because there's so many enemies, I never do it. Yeah. Ow. That was interesting. So instead, what I recommend is just taking your time. The fuck is that? Take your time, clear them out, take it slow, be methodical, and you'll never have any trouble. Unless you get unlucky. Right, this ladder takes too long to climb, and I hate climbing ladders on this game, so I'm going to drop. Be careful of people pretending to be dead. I don't think he's dead. There's also a hole here that you can fall through. I think. There's a hole somewhere. Right. The lock-on is your... Oh, you see that? You see that? How the hell did he do that? That must be a stability thing. Never mind. I'm going to move back here. Fighting him there is just a dumb idea. The camera is just fucking terrible at times in this game. At least you can turn off the autocorrect. It's the autocorrect that's frustrating me. But I keep it on because I'm used to playing with it on. So I've got no excuse to complain. Although I still do. Somebody's just... I can hear someone. The rat's coming up. I might actually have to use one of the best grasses on the game, which I only have 3 of. But luckily enough, I've got a couple of places I know that you can farm it. It does take forever to do, but I'm probably going to do that off camera so that you don't have to watch me do it for hours. Because it's not fun. He always does 2 pokes on that move. Lures you in with the first one, hits you with the second one. That is an ambush. One guy from behind, one guy at the side who's not dead, and one guy here. Like I said, this level is filled with ambushes, but if you can get a sword that works like mine, you should never fall for them. This is another ambushy level, ambushy section. See him dropping down. I think the fall killed those guys. A couple of guys in this bit. So I'm going to drop, do the roll, get nearly murdered by him. His buddies haven't noticed me, so I can easily pop a quick heal. And then this guy once again. He's a nuisance, but he's not too bad. And that looks like you can probably fall and skip a ton of this level. But once again, I'm not going to do any of that because I've never done it. I don't have any faith in doing that. I'm not a speedrunner. I'm just going to go the way I know. I'm going to go the safe way, and we should be okay. There's going to be some rats coming up though, and these rats plague you so quickly. God, it sucks. It sucks a ton. Big old fat dick. You see that bed of hay? There's a ton of guys in this, usually. Yeah. They're not the most honourable fools, but they're there for a reason. They're there so that when you hit the bridge, they all come alive and they back you up. And if they're backing you up, it's obviously not a good thing. Full moon grass, that's really good. I'm glad we've got that. Just heard somebody then. There's a guy in this room to the right of me. He's always there. That must have been a critical, that, because it usually takes 2 hits to kill that guy. You see him? Why would it lock onto that? That stupid, crazy, poison bleed thing. There's some crescent grass. Should really put some of that on. Just because I've got a ton of it, and it's not the best heal, but it's better than wasting the good grass. He's going to come alive, him. Bet you won't. So, oh, that's Sage Urbane's suit. If that's something that you'd like to wear. I'm probably not going to mess around with outfits too much, because they're unnecessary weight, and I don't need them. These enemies here, you can slash them and get away. They're nowhere near as tricky as the ones from the Painted World. This game's actually fair, for once. Because if that was the dudes in the Painted World, you'd almost every time be toxic. Almost every time. He might come alive, just be aware of him. Down here, I believe, is where the rats are. There's a merchant. Hi, merchant. Like, buy something so I can feed me kids. Black turpentine. That is super useful because the boss coming up that we're about to fight is extremely weak to fire. Both of them are, in fact. This entire level is bosses weak to fire, except for perhaps Galvinland, who's just a badass.
I wasted my breath on you.
There are the rats that suck big dick. And that one is coming for me. So, they all look like they're coming for me. Right, if these things hit you... Actually, let's try the kunais. Kunais might be actually useful. I just said actually twice. It's not useful at all. Right. Does that kill you? Very close. Yeah. So who knew? These actually come in handy. I don't have enough to do this to all of them, but we're sure as hell going to get rid of as many as we can. And you might be thinking, oh, just go down there, smack them about and stuff. But I'm trying to give people strategies that, you know, they might not have the best gear, they might not have the best items and stuff. So this is definitely gonna help people who need to get past. Just be creative with your items. I hope I've got some fire bombs. I don't think I've got any fire bombs. No. Ooh, kunais. Kunais will do. Don't know if they're mod. Ow, I just ate grass. That was silly. Oh god, I didn't even hit him. That one hit the wood. So kunais are worse than throwing knives. Interesting. It's a bit racist. Essentially the same damn thing, just one of them is oriental. Yeah. Well. Watch this one, gimme plague. That would have been hilarious. I did all that to avoid catching the plague, and that one thing gives it me. So over there is a shortcut that I haven't done. Fingers crossed we'll not need it. There's a large percentage of chance that we will. This is the hardest part of the level, getting past this guy. A lot of ambushes, a lot of dudes going to drop down. As soon as I walk to the middle bit, somebody's going to come from behind. Cool thing about this is I'm wearing a fog ring, or a thief ring, so he's not going to have the easiest time seeing me, the big lad. So I might be able to cheese him a bit. Oh wow, I used all the kunais. This guy could perhaps kill me in 1 to 2 hits. We obviously don't want that to happen. I could see him up there, he just can't seem to see me. Right, fat guy saw me. Here he comes. He's got hyper armor too, but he's not doing as much damage as I thought he did. So, we're okay. Yeah, I completely forgot. I thought I could stun lock him, but you can't. He's got hyper armor on that swing. But now that he's dead, the only real fear here is falling off or getting ambushed, and both of them are legitimate fears. He still hasn't responded. This is another cheesy room of guys getting up off the ground. Extremely damaging guys that just nearly killed me. That is why people don't like this level. because of shit like that. Just a ton of guys with the fire sticks who are really dangerous. Like, stupid dangerous is how dangerous these people are. And there's not one of them, there's not two of them, there's half a dozen of them. Which makes them bloody worse. But once you've got here, you're pretty close to the end. Oh, it got me. That was because I was locked onto the wrong thing, that, guys. That noise they make is dumb. What are they doing? They look awful, but they don't drop out. Oh, there's another guy. I forgot about this. So this is potentially the hardest part as well. But we've killed one, so I've got faith that we can kill another. Is somebody behind me? No. Thought there was a guy spawned behind you. Look at that. Guys, I hate this person. I hate these fire tossers. So annoying. So I'm not going to waste my time blocking this guy. We're just going to evade him and we're going to counter him. Evade him, counter him. Simple. Never underestimate them though, they can kill. They're very dangerous. I suppose you could call me a high level, I don't know. It depends on what skill level player you are. There is the boss fog at the bottom that you've just seen. This is the boss coming up. So the boss strategy, if you've got anything fire related, you can shit on this guy's face. It's really easy. If you don't, just go down up close with your best weapon, which is this, of course, and he's going to be hopefully really easy too. So let's have a find out. He's called the Leechmonger, sorry. He's a big old pile of leeches. It's a really stupid boss fight. I don't think it's remotely challenging. You can still die because it's cheap. He gets his life back a lot, which is dumb. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like that. Like what? What the hell is that even about? Just random slap his arms like a psychopath. You can't tell which way he's facing, which is useful, obviously. That's him getting his life back, I believe. Yeah, it is. You see it? He got tons back. That's him punching me, because I assume this is the way he's facing. But he's already dead, because he's rubbish. And this weapon's really useful. I can't see because all the stupid fucking writing on the screen. Jade of Suckerstone. Very nice. Leechmonger trophy, and that is the first part to the Valley of Defilement. So I will see you folks on the next one.